We're going to put a finished edge on these tops. As you can see, it's MFC, and this is the finished edge. Now, a couple of things we're going to be using is this industrial spray glue, which is unbelievable, by the way. And yes, there is machines that can do curves. This is like a handheld and it'll push around. Fortunately, we don't have one. So the best thing you can do is have a bench that you can actually walk the whole way around, because if it's up against the wall, it's a nightmare to try and turn it and stuff like that. It's better if you can set it somewhere, walk out around, and it's actually raised up off the bench. And you'll see why when I start spraying it and putting on the edging, you need to be able to access above and below it. First thing we have to actually do is tape it up. And I wouldn't be too concerned about trying to go right tight to the edge. Because it's an angle, you can't bend this tape. We just go over the top like this, from point to point, and then we'll sand it off. And if you don't understand what I mean, you'll see what I mean. Now you want to get your sandpaper and you want to just go to the edge, give it a sand. Now you don't want to go too heavy and round it over completely, just enough to break the tape, and it does that. You see, it just comes off nicely, and you've got a nice sealed edge. Mask the tape to stop the glue seeping in. Now that we've wrapped this up, and you're probably wondering why I haven't completely covered it, I like to use like a block of wood running around. So as long as I've got 2 depths of tape, I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? You'll find there'll be no overspray after that. So now the next point of call is putting this tape around it, and you're probably wondering how do you measure it. So I like to just set my tape on here. The thing is, we're not trying to get a perfect in this attempt here, but we want to make sure we have enough and we're not short. So you see I've pulled it tight around there. It's overlapping. I'm going to nip it here. Okay? So just put a wee mark on it, cut it down, and that's it. You probably want to stick these down, but they're sort of lying there okay there at the minute. And remember, always protect where you're spraying. I know it's an old bench or the floor, it's a workshop, what does it matter if it gets dirty? It clumps together and a pile of shit just sits on top of it and then you're tripping over it. Don't be that dickhead. We only get our spray glue. You can use any other ordinary spray glue. It's not as good. The best stuff you can buy is called Evo Stick. Don't be buying the cheap contact adhesive that you get out of Screwfix, because it's no good for this. You know, it is its place in other realms, sticking carpet down or whatever it may be. Not ideal for this. The good thing about this stuff is it actually comes in a gun so you can control your spraying. It is expensive for the type of jobs that we do, so. So when I'm spraying, you can see that I'm pointing down because I want the overspray to hit the bottom, not go up. So I'm not sitting like this, I'm sitting down. We're still getting good coverage. Do you know what I mean? So the thing is you want to do now is you want to remove the tape. Some people like to keep it on until they have it stuck. I don't, because I find sometimes the tape can get stuck to the glue and then you end up having to poke it out with a knife and then you end up damaging it. So it says usually leave for about 10 minutes, or it has to be stuck within 10 minutes, or you'll have to respray it again. The best way is tack dry, where it doesn't feel wet, it actually feels nearly dry, a wee bit tacky still. It can still be stuck if it feels dry, surprisingly, but like even there feels sort of good there already. So how I actually get it on and around the worktop, I fold it backwards, the tape. And don't worry, it's contact adhesive, so both sides need to be sprayed for it to actually make contact. So me pressing it against this, it's not doing it any harm, it's not going to stick to it. If you left it long enough, it probably would. But realistically, it's okay. That's how I do any sort of long lengths by myself. Right, so I basically just start off, split the difference, and we'll start working our way around. Making sure that I'm rubbing in as I'm going, just enough to get it to stick, and then making sure that I'm even working myself around. Because if you start running off, right, what we want to do is get the overlap, and we're going to cut it. Track it as many times as possible because you need to get through the both of them. Beautiful. Just a wee gentle knock, don't be, because you'll fucking end up breaking the chipboard. Gentle tap, make it stick. Next thing we want to do is we want to take off the excess edge. Now do not, I repeat, do not go at it with a Stanley knife like that. You will ruin it. You can get, do you ever see the yellow window scrapers? You put the Stanley blade in. You can do that. Maybe not for something as wide as that. I don't know, but we use planer blades anyways. They're not even that sharp. They're sort of dull. For the simple reason we don't want to dig it into the board because it will if it's really sharp. There we go. What we need to do as well, that is a very sharp edge now. So we need to just give it a wee rub with the sander, just to, I mean, slight. Don't go mad. That's her. That is it, boys.